going to hit you with some brain facts here. You want to learn about it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Have you ever broken a bone in your body? Of someone who has broken a bone?
Have you ever broken a bone in your body?
Yes.
Do you know anyone who's broken a bone? So you know when someone breaks their neck, you're like paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Paralyzed.
But if you break your arm, you
regenerate.
can feel your fingers again. You can feel your arm again, right?
But isn't that because you're not like severing the nerves there?
No, you're still
No, you're
They're
still
severing the same nerves in both systems.
Interesting.
We'll teach you.
So we're going to explain why.
This is because you've got two nervous systems, your central nervous system, which is comprised of your brain, your spinal cord, and your retina, and the peripheral nervous system, which is everything else.
Well, first of all, it's comprised of neurons, and all these neurons fire in order to give you thoughts and to have the sensation in your hand. When I grab my hand, I can feel it, because all of these neurons are interacting and hitting my mind from the peripheral all the way up to the central nervous system.
So a neuron is comprised of the neuron body, or the cell body. The axon comes down here and releases it to the next, the signal that you've been input, and releases it to the next neuron. Also, it has what's called the myelin sheath, which is a fatty substance that's wrapped around it, just like plastic or rubber is wrapped around the computer cable. In the peripheral nervous system, we have this thing called the Schwann cell.
The cool thing about a Schwann cell is that it has the ability to actually regenerate axons. So when your arm gets severed and then it heals and you get the scab and you have a scar afterwards, but it gets back together, it's actually reconfigured the nerves and regenerated the nerves.
So the Schwann cell has the ability to regenerate because of the secretion of myelin. So that's the process called myelination. And in the central nervous system, that can't occur.
In the central nervous system, the oligodendrocyte releases an inhibitor called NOGO, which doesn't allow the axon to reconjoin. And so the reason for this is that in the central nervous system in your brain, there's so many different paths and tracks and stuff, and so if they got severed, they could reconnect to a different axon, and that would just mess up your brain.
So imagine, just for a second, that an axon from one nerve that has been cut, and an axon from another nerve that has been cut, go back together, and they're not from the same nerve, and they're expressing different signals.
I think that's happened to me. I'm going to wear a helmet when I go bike riding and snowboarding like I already do. Got to keep this in mind, yeah?
Yeah, bubble wrap.
Not to damage your axons. Are you going to wear a helmet when you play soccer now?
That's what we make.